What is up, guys? Destin Duelist here, back with another video for you guys today, and today will be my Mausoleum anti-meta deck profile. Because we all know the best decks and best mechanic in this game is not letting your opponent play the game. Woo! But yeah, guys, all jokes aside, let's get into it, guys. So, this is an anti-meta deck that I wanted to get, Majesty's Fame, Vanities, stuff like that. The pretty much the main cards that won't let you play the game quickly. So you think to yourself, okay, how do I do that? Oh wait, there is a card they made for that. And it's called Mausoleum of the Emperor. So that's what I'm gonna go through today, guys. So yeah, it's an anti-meta deck solved around getting the Fiends and Ruler and whatnot on board quickly. So, without further ado, as always, I will explain my card choices and why I play each and every card and whatnot. You guys know the drill by now. Keep suggesting deck profiles in the comment section that you guys want to see. But let's get into it. So, 3 copies of Majesty's Fiend, 3 copies of Vanity's Fiend, 3 copies of Vanity's Ruler. So, pretty much simple. They can not be special summoned. We don't play Monster Reborn or Soul Charge anyways, and stuff like that, so that's fine. Monster effects cannot be activated while Majesty's Fiend is on board, so it's a more broken skill drain. Vanity's Fiend, never play against special summon monsters, we don't special summon anyways. And Vanity's Ruler, your opponent cannot special summon monsters. Again, we don't special summon, so we don't need it. But Ruler is here because it's stronger. And it's just another name. Because I feel like it could have not lasted with just Majesties and Vanities. Yeah, that's... So, yeah, I play Reach. And then the final addition to the monster lineup, because this monster lineup is really small because we are playing an anti-meta deck, which play very little monsters. Eater of Millions. Really like this card. It is here because this deck can have a hard time getting over the opponent's monsters. As you can see, anti-meta decks are always going first decks because they are very slow. So if your opponent goes first and just goes ham on you, yeah, you're pretty much going to be screwed. So this is here to help at least adhere that a little bit and bring you in steps of playing the game. So yeah, that's it for the monster lineup. Very simple. Spells. We got a bunch of spells, obviously, with our 3 copies of Mausoleum of the Emperor. So yeah, pay an amount of how many tributes it counts. So for Majesties and Vanities, it will be 1,000, and for Vanities, okay, wait, there's 2 Vanities. Let me restart. For Majesty's Fiend and Vanity's Fiend, it is 1,000, and for Vanity's Ruler, it is 2,000. Life point play is not big deal. I mean, this is an anti-meta deck. You're not really, it's not going to be a problem because basically you hope to, once you get one of these guys on board, that you'll be able to stop your opponent's tracks and finish it off in a few turns with just attacking. So that's what you would hope. And I know we have Card of the Minds in here, obviously, which can help stall it out later because opponent doesn't take damage when you activate it, but other than that, you're set. So this is the most important spell in the deck, but luckily it is a field spell, so we can use cards like our 2 copies of Magic Reflector and 2 copies of Field Barrier to protect our Mausoleum, because your opponent's going to be trying to pop it, because if they have an out to your Fiends or ruler, you're pretty much gonna be pretty fucked if they pop Mausoleum too. So you gotta keep it on board in case you can get one really quickly again. So you gotta keep that in mind. And field barrier can really help stop your opponent's. Let's just say, and use this scenario. Say you're against two Dracos. You go first, open up field barrier, Mausoleum, and Fiend, whichever one you have. You can play this card, and now they can't activate their diagram, which is a big part of their combos. So field spells are so prevalent today. So not only field barrier will protect your field spell, but it can stop your opponent from combo extending with their field spells, because they've been more prevalent than they've ever been. So yeah, that's what I really also like field barrier for. And obviously we run a lot of continuous and normal spells like that because we play our free copies of Card of Demise, which is absolutely amazing in this deck. It's anti-meta, so that's why you run Card of Demise. This card will probably get hit because, and the sad thing is, it's probably not going to be because of other decks. It's probably going to get hit just because of how it is abused into Dracos. So yeah, be aware of the no damage effect. A lot of people forget that about Card of Demise. Pretty much they just remember, okay, free cards, gotta discard your entire hand. People pretty much only remember that. So always remember that your opponent takes no damage when you activate this, and when they activate it, just remind them that you won't be taking any damage because it does come up. So yeah, free copies of Card of Demise, obviously. Next we play Free Pot of Duality. This is just like Upstart. Makes your deck 37 cards, get a free card. You do not ever special summon except for Eater of Millions. And if you can't get Eater of Millions first turn when you have Vanity's Fiend or Vanity's Ruler, well, you're not gonna summon it. So, yeah, you really just get free cards. With no cost whatsoever, because you're really never ever going to special summon. The two terraforming to search out your Mausoleum. Two Pot of Desires. This is interesting because this is the only 40 card deck that I use Pot of Desires in. The reason is, in this deck, is that you have to see your cards quickly. This is one of those decks that you have to get to your Mausoleum, you have to get to your field build, you have to get to your traps and whatnot. You gotta get to a lot of cards, and you run so many copies of multiple cards. In fact, the only cards that are at one are the one-ofs. Those are the only cards that we play at one. So you won't have a hard time getting to the cards that you need with this card. So that's why I like it in this particular 40 card deck, because I normally don't play in them. Then in the one Wageki, because you have to have this card for going second, because again, this deck sucks at going first. You're not fast enough, and if your opponent just completely goes off on you and you have no way of stopping them, this is the only card that's really just gonna get you back in the game. So yeah, Raigeki more than ever. Raigeki's important in most decks, but for this deck in particular, it's even more important. So keep that in mind. And that is it for the spells. Play a bunch of spells, but they're only necessary for you to extend and get to the cards that you need to get to. And all these cells are settable, which I've also made. None of these will clunk, none of these that you have to activate immediately. So, but even if you set them, you can still activate them because they're spells. But just traps are a different story. For the traps, it's very simple. We play 3 bottomless. You don't want to play torrential in this deck. Bottomless is a lot better. It's so good against pendulums. So they pendulum summon and they just activate this, all gone. So Mirror Force, Garu, and then the Solemn Brigade because again you gotta negate your opponent's place. It's an anti-meta deck. That's what you do. You gotta have these kind of traps. And the Solemn Brigade just works so effectively in this deck. So yeah, that is it for the main deck. I really like how it shapes up. Extra deck is not important because it's just either millions, fodder, and rendered cherries fodder. But I guess I can show you the other ones. Buster, Starving Venom, Electromite, and where is he? Oh yeah, here. Toad. So those are our 4 targets for rendered cherries. That's pretty much the only ones you need to know. Side deck, always personal preference. Double Ash, anti-meta deck, it's necessary. It's usually necessary in a lot of decks, but again, like I've allocated to you guys many times before, I can't stand hand traps, so only time I'm ever gonna play them is when I absolutely need to. Double Battle Fader, in case you don't draw Mausoleum for some odd reason first turn, set a couple cards. If you don't draw Mirror Force and attack, you drop Battle Fader, then you can the Double Reaper, free Cosmic Cyclone, free Dimensional Barrier, which is absolutely amazing in his deck because, again, we never go in an extra deck, they're just used to banish for millions. And the staple, free copies of Evenly Matched, especially in this deck. Just another card that you need to get you back into the game if you go second, because this deck is terrible going second. Which could get really annoying at times, but how it goes. I have a lot of just going second decks as well, which don't like going first, so I don't think I have a deck that's perfectly balanced that can either go first or second. I might, but I'm gonna have to re-look into that. But yeah, that is my Mausoleum anti-meta deck. So what you guys think? Say in the comment section below, and also like and subscribe and smash that notifications bell to get every video I make first. I'm Destined Duelist, guys. I'm signing off now. Peace. Have a great day, guys.